Greetings, my Netflix geeks. Saturday night, me and my family got home from a lovely walk up the Rydal Caves in the lakes. It was a nice walk, an even better destination. But we went home, tired and hungry. So we had tea, and I decided to stick a film on. Family film night is always good. Now I wanted to watch something that I hadn't seen, something new, and in this day and age, the COVID day and age, we are struggling to find anything new. Although, I still haven't watched Bill and Ted's Face the Music or New Mutants. So I've been really struggling there. But I'd seen advertised a new Netflix film that stars Millie Bobby Brown, Sam Claflin, Helena Bonham-Carter, and my man crush, Henry Cavill. Enola Holmes screenplay is written by Jack Thorne and directed by Harry Bradbeer. It's based on the books written by Nancy Springer, most notably The Case of the Missing Marquess. The story follows Enola Holmes, the 16-year-old sister of the already established detective Sherlock Holmes. When their mother Eudora disappears on the morning of Enola's 16th birthday, her brothers Sherlock and Mycroft return to the family home to take charge of the situation and Enola's life. As Mycroft is the eldest and her now legal guardian, he decides she needs to attend a finishing school to become more of a lady. But this is something that Enola doesn't want. Being left some birthday presents from her mother, she realises that there are clues that lead to a stash of money. On finding this, and being spurred on by the fact that she doesn't want to do what Mycroft wants, she decides to run away to London to try and find her mother. On the way, she meets the Viscount Tewkesbury, hiding from a man in a brown bowler hat, which leads her to her first case. Originally, the film was supposed to have had a cinematic release, but due to the bastard COVID, Netflix acquired the rights to distribute the film. And on the 23rd of September, Enola Holmes dropped on Netflix. The cast is great. In this film, Brown's casting of Enola is good, giving her more to do than just be a fish out of water with a nosebleed. She takes the film and runs with it, and she runs with the character well. Despite the film being a costume drama, the use of the fourth wall break is quite refreshing and gives it that up-to-date feel, even though it's used a little bit too much. The idea was allegedly proposed by Brown, and despite feeling that, again, like there was too many scenes dedicated to this, and a lot of I feel it was a good way of giving the character these moments of personal thought. Sam Claflin plays a good bad guy. Not the main bad guy, but he's not likeable. I didn't realise it was him until my wife pointed out that it's the same guy from the latest series of Peaky Blinders, almost playing the same character, minus the hideous sex stuff. He plays the character well, and out of the two older siblings, he is the one you're meant to like the least, having two moments that stand out as being downright nasty towards his own sister. Cavill becomes the newest actor to portray the detective in a long line of actors, him being the 12th just in movies since 1985. This version doesn't really do much, playing just a side character to Enola's protagonist. It shows quite good restraint from the writer and the director to not overuse the character, especially as they got Superman himself, not me, as the great detective. Character-wise, we see him a lot more empathetic towards Enola's plight than Mycroft is, leading to a finale that kind of mirrors the Harry Potter Sirius Black situation. This story's pacing is quick, and for predominantly a child-friendly teenage film, the mystery is something that works well. I say kid-friendly because I let my 7-year-old watch this, and despite him being them being some well-choreographed fights and wince-inducing death near the end, he seemed to enjoy it. Cinematographer Giles Nutgun's London is a crowded and enclosed place that is the antithesis of the countryside where Enola comes from. It's a lot more colourful as well. On arrival in the city, she is disorientated and outwardly acknowledges that amongst all the skills she has been taught, the outside world wasn't one of them. But the initial story is subsequently put aside as there seems to be another mystery that Enola needs to solve before she can find her mother. But it turns out that the two cases may be connected, as she discovers a group of underground women, fighters led by Susan Wokoma. The threads of the two mysteries combine, and she begins to dig a little bit deeper into why Tewkesbury has disappeared. I won't go into too many spoilers, but there is a nice exchange between Sherlock and Enola through Inspector Lestrade, who takes great pleasure in telling Sherlock that he's too late. You'll know it if you've watched the film. Enola Holmes is an entertaining, fast-paced film that I probably wouldn't have seen at the cinema, so thank you, COVID. But I did enjoy it, and running in at 123 minutes, it is just the right length for me. I'd give this film a B+. It's well cast, extremely well acted, and choreographed. It also had some good mystery elements that kept me guessing. For any of the big studios out there, if you want to start a franchise of films, this is a good way to do it. Make a good standalone film that could potentially pivot off into a sequel. I'm looking at you, Fantastic Beasts. Yeah, there we go. Thank you for watching. If you have watched the film, I'd love to know what your thoughts were on it. Let me know in the comments below. And remember, if you want to see more, click to subscribe and be notified. I'm the Ultimate Movie Geek, and I'll see you next time.